Good morning from Universal City Walkers. Today we'll be taking you behind the scenes of 3 mazes here at Halloween Horror Nights. It's part of a behind the scenes tour that the park offer, where you've got an option to have a 3-hour tour, which includes 3 mazes, or a 6-hour tour, which includes 6 mazes. A big shout out to Numbskull for the Jaws glasses. I really love them. They're not as good as the Back to the Future ones, but they do have a nice solid range of themed IP glasses on their website, which I'll leave a link in the description box below. And because they've sent them me for free, this makes this little comment gifted. I found it. Right, I'll head down here, check in, hopefully get my little souvenir, and I pray to God they've got a bottle of water somewhere. I'm parched. Okay, so just for future notice, don't go up those steps and into the offices. I literally just walked into a board meeting and I said, excuse me, I think I've come the wrong way, because all the signposts have disappeared. Look, there's no signpost anywhere saying about the behind the scenes store. It's completely disappeared. So yeah, didn't look like an idiot at all. Oh, they're probably going, tourists. All right, so we come into a waiting room where we've got a nice little Unmasked Horror tour lanyard, in addition to our VIP talkie box, so we can hear what he's saying. And then over here in the corner, we have some costumes. Some cool costumes here. Very cool. We have 2 lanyards now. I definitely think it's play around with the tourist day today. Just walked into the board meeting, being punished by sitting on a table, all on my lonesome. Spot the tourist.
A few moments later.
Right, so we are all done. The first maze that we went into was Museum Deadly Exhibits. And yesterday was a very hit and miss experience through that particular maze. But in terms of the levels of detail, as this possessed stone takes over the museum and kills everybody in sight, it's just walking around and seeing the attention to detail. Everybody was trying to read what the plaques say on each of the individual exhibits, but when you look really closely, they're all blurred out and they're exactly copy and paste of a Mesopotamian hammer. And literally every single plaque throughout the entire museum is that copy and paste plaque. So I really enjoyed the level of detail. I really enjoyed the storytelling that the maze creates, because when we did Universal Monsters yesterday, you have an audio story, whereas the Museum Deadly Exhibits one tells much more of a story through the exhibitions as you're kind of walking through the exhibits and they're coming to life. So I thought that was really cool. The second maze that we did was Slaughter Sinema. Now Slaughter Sinema for me was one of my favorite ones, because it was all the B movies, all the throwaway ideas that never made it into Halloween Horror Nights mazes that have all been cobbled together in this one maze, and you get like a corridor of posters that tell you what the movies are like before you go into the scene, and I thought that was really cool too. Last but most deservedly least is Triplets of Terror, which was the weakest maze by a country mile last night. It really was. Don't get me wrong, it's beautiful to look at, it looked the part, and you do get a good few jump scares now and again, but in terms of the actual strength of those scares and the strength of the actual maze itself, it was definitely the weakest of the night for me personally. But at the same time, just learning about the storytelling, and that's just something that I wouldn't have picked up walking through. There's like a weird little podcast scene, and I was like, how the hell does this tie into what it was? And then after hearing what it was actually meant to indicate, you kind of get this time jump idea of how that works. So just doing tours like that gives you more of an appreciation for the people who put their blood, sweat and tears into making the sets. Now the set's beautiful, don't get me wrong, like the art department smash it every time. I just thought that it was a very weak maze compared to all the others. But with that said, there wasn't one terrible maze at this year's event. It's a very strong Halloween Horror Nights this year, and doing events like that just gives you more of an appreciation for everything that goes on behind the scenes that a lot of people take for granted. Would I recommend the tour? I absolutely would. There's a lot of walking, a lot of standing around, but yeah, if you're really into that sort of stuff and theming is your thing, then you're going to really appreciate it, and it'll be worth every single penny. For me, being my first Halloween Horror Night, it's something that I wanted to do. It's something that I had to do. I wanted to see how they were made. I wanted to see the details that go into it. I wanted to do the behind the scenes and get all the little bits of information. And it's crazy how there's certain techniques that are just universally, excuse the pun, used in the industry to create the effects. And when I tried them on our museum, they looked okay, but when someone actually professional uses them, they look incredible. So I've got a lot of learning to do, put it that way. With that said, I've been Sean Evans, you've been watching Lift Hills and Thrills. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Hope you've liked this little behind the scenes tour, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.
Please help me.
So good.